Monday and welcome into South Florida Daily. If you're looking for fun things to do, you should definitely check out the Instagram account in Palm Beach. The girls always know the coolest things to see and do.
We'll hear from them a little later in today's show, but first, if you're looking for something really fun, I love the Marlins games. Always a great time. You can take the Brightline train to get there to loanDepot Park. So let's go ahead and do that journey.
We are excited about having this collaboration. Since we've started going up north with Brightline, opening more stations, we now have an opportunity to bring fans, especially to a lot of the sports venues down here in South Florida, to allow them now to come here. In this case, we're now partnered up with the Marlins, and we have a lot of interesting programs that we're doing with the Marlins and Brightline. Part of that is the home runner.
It's so nice that fans from farther away in Miami can get to the game on time, but what can fans expect on the train ride to Miami to the game?
The best thing is no stress.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. That is the whole purpose, where you can sit across like we're doing ourselves, talk shop, talk about the game, enjoy a cocktail, but at the same time, lead us to the drive.
That sounds great. So if fans are interested, they can go to the app and the trains are marked Home Runner and they can book everything through there and through your website, correct?
Exactly.
Well, I can't wait. We're in Miami and we're gonna get on the shuttle and go to the game. Thanks so much, Jamie.
Excited.
I'm excited. Go Marlins.
All right.
We made it! We made it. We're here. Let's go Marlins. Go Marlins!
We are at loanDepot Park, home of the Miami Marlins. I'm with David Oxfeld. He is the Chief Commercial Officer for the Marlins. David, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me and thanks for coming.
Tell me a little bit about this upcoming season. The Marlins are playing here at loanDepot Park. What can fans expect as far as promotions and excitement?
We've tried to make it so that coming to a ball game is part of an experience, but not your only experience. So our Friday night games are at 7:10. Give you a little bit longer to get down here if you're coming from up north, but our games average 2.5 hours now with the pitch clock. 9:30, 9:45, plenty of time to go see what's up in Miami. Saturdays, 4 o'clock, same thing. You can go out after, you can have lunch before, and Sundays our games are at 1:40. So I think that's first and foremost. We've tried to time the games so you can take advantage of the things that are going on in South Florida, I think number one. Number two, each day has its own theme. So Fridays is called Fiesta Fridays, where the whole day's a party. In fact, it culminates with fans dancing and partying on the field right below us an hour after the game. Saturdays are our Heritage Nights, where we recognize the diversity of South Florida and celebrate a different ethnicity or heritage that is unique to this market. So we have Cuban Heritage Night, we have Dominican Heritage Night, Puerto Rican Heritage Night, and down the line. We wear our red legacy jerseys and we have big parties after the game. And then Friday, Saturdays are parties, Sunday's family day.
South Florida Daily is on the move with Palm Tran.
We're teeing it up today on Passport to the Palm Beaches. We're here at the Par 3 on the gorgeous island of Palm Beach. You're tuned into Passport to the Palm Beaches. I'm your host, Jacqueline Journey, and we are here at the gorgeous, spectacular Par 3 on the island of Palm Beach, nestled perfectly between the ocean and the Intracoastal. We're here with Tony Chateauvert. You are the manager here, and you do an incredible job. I mean, give us a little bit of history on the course. It's very interesting.
Well, it is a beautiful golf course. It's on the ocean. The golf course is friendly, fast, and fun. It appeals to grandparents, kids, and everybody in between. So that's part of the attraction. And the fact that you can play golf in 2.5 hours instead of 5 hours, you get to be by the ocean, is a very unique chance to really enjoy golf the way it was back probably 300 years ago when the Scots were playing golf along the shores.
This is actually an award-winning golf course. Yeah. Best par 3 in the U.S., according to Golf Digest.
We're in the top 3. We're in the top 3, and also top 50 most fun golf courses by Golf Digest. And that includes Pebble Beach and some of your famous real championship courses. We're in that list because it is a fun place to play golf. So we have a great instruction program, and this year we're breaking records as far as volume of lessons. We get some people that want to become better, or we get beginners too, and everybody else in between.
What's next for the Par 3? What's coming in the future?
What's next? We've done some incredible stuff to the golf course. We've moved that cart path along the ocean, and we're updating the golf course all the time. We have some plans to expand parking in the future. We have some plans to add some additional dining options outside, a little closer to the golf course. And we're trying to maybe enhance the driving range down the road. Being on the ocean, being in South Florida, we're so blessed to be here. And the biggest secret about Florida is the summer times. Because here we are, it's July, it's still very nice, and the winter times are even better. So it's a great place to come work every day, on the ocean, on golf. It's been the best job in golf I've ever had, and I've had a lot of them.
Well, you brought up an interesting point, which is this is a municipal course, and they're not necessarily known for being the highest quality courses,
Right.
but this one is unbelievably well managed, Tony.
Thank you.
You did a gorgeous job. But it is open to the public, so that's very interesting. A lot of people think this is a private course just because it looks
The
so
looks
gorgeous.
and feel of it, absolutely right. Well, when Raymond Floyd decided to lend his help back in 2008, 2009, and then we built this clubhouse we opened in 2014, it has the look and feel of a high-end private club. So I take great pride in taking my private club background and trying to treat everybody that comes to the doors as if they're VIPs. So they get exceptional service from the bag drop to the pro shop, to the driving range attendants, to the restaurant upstairs. So it gives you the look and feel of a private club or great resort at a municipal budget. So it appeals to everybody, it's friendly, it's fun, and it's fast to play. And the driving range and the ambiance of being on the ocean just works perfect.
So speaking of the tees, you think you could give me a couple of golf
Yeah.
tips? I need some.
We could show you what the usual person comes for a lesson looks like.
Perfect. All
Let's do
right,
that.
let's get to it.
Super. There you go, beautiful.
Wow, holy smokes.
That was actually dead straight and a perfect shot.
So tell me, give me some good golf tips.
Well, you know, number one, the golf swing can be the most overanalyzed, overtaught thing in the world. There's literally hundreds and thousands of books written on golf, and usually when people take a golf lesson, they play worse because they start becoming so self-aware and they get ball bound and they get rigid, they get stiff, and they start thinking of 500 things. If you drove your car like that, you'd have an accident every 5 feet.
Right.
So unfortunately with golf, you have to hit enough balls so it becomes almost second nature. But usually what you see with beginners and even accomplished players, they get rigid and stiff and they don't move very well. The more you try to do anything rigid and try to move body parts, and then when you hit a bad shot, you blame a body part. Oh, I picked my head up, my left arm wasn't straight, I didn't turn my hips. The reality of the whole golf swing is to swing the club and let the body react, and it should be a free and fluid motion. And if you just took a practice swing, Jacqueline, without a golf ball, and if you just go ahead and grip the club your way, and you loosen up a little bit, and you become aware of the weight of the club, and you start swinging the club back and forth, keep it going back, and let your body react, and let your feet move as you go back and forth, and keep it going, and you grow that back and forth, make a little bit longer swing, and all of a sudden, it's a free-flowing motion, and instead of that head staying down after the club swing's past, let your head follow through and look out where the ball would go.
Okay.
So one of the biggest wives' tales, no disrespect to old wives, but is the head staying down. And some of your best players ever, Annika Sorenstam, David Duval, to name two, even before the club gets the ball, their head is going up and looking towards the target.
So what do you think is the #1 mistake golfers are making in their game?
Number one mistake is a combination of mistakes. It's usually invariably when I ask a student, they'll say, I'm trying to keep my head down, my left arm stiff, turn my hips, shift my weight, and they have so many swing thoughts they can't possibly function. When you hear a Rory McIlroy interview, they say, what are you working on? You just played a great round of golf. He's never getting particular with the exact mechanics. He says, I'm just trying to get comfortable. Now, it's easier said than done. He's a world-class player and has been since he was little. But the #1 mistake people make is too much tension, and they try to be a robot and make perfect mechanical swings. And so one of the things that we always try to get all my instructors is trying to get that fluidity in people's swing, and that starts with grip pressure, having the right grip, having your hands on the club, and having relaxed muscles so the club and the arms can swing. That allows the shoulders to move and allows the swing to start really from the ground up. Awesome.
So anybody who wants to come over to the par 3, get a few lessons,
Yeah.
play a few rounds of golf, where do they need to go?
golfontheocean.com, and you can book a tee time online, and you can also sign up for lessons.
All right, guys, stick around for more Passport to the Palm Beaches.
Best one. Awesome. You're good.
Palm Beach Par 3 has been a huge part of my life since I grew up down here in South Florida. It's been kind of a staple of Palm Beach County. People from all over the world know it because of what it's turned into thanks to Raymond Floyd. Great people and staff and great golf course for any golfer.
Just like a great vibe, you know, it's right on the beach, kind of a vacation vibe and a beautiful place, so I really like it a lot.
The South Florida Daily Set is sponsored by Eldorado Furniture. Welcome back into South Florida Daily. Thanks so much for tuning in. Still much more to come on today's show.
Here's Kitty London with What's Poppin' PBC.
Masala Mantra Indian Cuisine grand opening was giving style, class, and more importantly, good food. I spoke with the couple who was behind the vision.
Thank you for coming on What's Poppin' PBC.
Thank you so much for having us, and welcome to Masala Mantra Indian Cuisine. We're an Indian restaurant here, but not a traditional Indian restaurant. We're here to modernize the street food that you find in India.
Nice, yeah. Well, this is my first time. I've never had Indian food before. Can you tell me, for a first timer, what makes Indian food pop so much?
So it's all about the different spices we use. If you know about the Indian food, so it's all about the different spices which we use in different food, which makes like all different flavors.
I think it's the combination of spices that we use that gives you different flavors, but you're using the same spices that everybody else uses.
So is it really spicy? Because like, is it hot, or
So
mild?
I think that's the biggest misconception that everybody has. When we say spice, they mean hot. But it's not that. Spice is actually flavor. Each spice has a different flavor, and how a blend of spices can add different flavors to your food. That is what we are trying to offer at this restaurant, where we are using traditional spices but giving it a modern touch to cater it to the people here at Royal Palm Beach.
What's your favorite dish here?
I actually love this. This is a chicken lollipop. And the chicken lollipop, because it kind of looks like a lollipop and it tastes great. I feel like a lot of what they do here is just bring, you know, street food in Mumbai like onto your table with like good fresh quality and like something that you grew up like eating. So it's great. Like this is absolutely my favorite.
I love what you said, street food. Because when you think about that, you're like, wait a minute, what is street food? What can I?
Right.
It sounds good.
It is.
It's food that you found on the street.
Right, exactly. I think even the one that he mentioned, like, you know, the guava, you get that on the street. A lot of stuff that you get here, pani puri shot, which they've like twisted it with alcohol.
Nice.
And you have the pav bhaji fondue, which is like a fondue. Usually it's just the pav bhaji, but the way that they've twisted everything and it sort of like brings back all the memories, and the food is amazing. The taste is absolutely. All right.
All right, let's try the
Okay.
chicken
Let's do it.
lollipop.
All right. What do you think?
This is good.
This is good, right?
Well, I am sitting with one of the biggest stars here today, 10-year-old designer. How are you?
Good.
So let me just cut some rumors down, because I was like, wait a minute, he's 10 years old. He designed this restaurant on Minecraft. Talk about that. That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Well, I actually designed the interior. I just had to vision it for them, like set everything layout to see if it was right for them. And if not, I could just make changes here and there just to make this thing look perfect.
You are amazing. So do you want to be an architect when you grow old?
Yeah. I just had this love for like designing and building.
So let's talk about this appetizer in front of us. What is this?
That's our stuffed mushrooms. So the mushroom is stuffed with spinach and cream cheese, but it's coated with the tandoori spices, which has got like red chilies, ginger garlic, and yogurt, and chickpea flour. And then it's cooked in the tandoor. I'm not sure if you know, but a tandoor is like
tell me.
Special oven that we have where we make the breads, the naans, and the tandoori items.
Speaking of all this great food, and I'm tempted now to try this dish. Can we do it? Let's do it together, all right?
Absolutely.
This is good. Now, that was my first time trying Indian food, but it will not be my last.
Welcome back into South Florida Daily.
If you're looking for a great happy hour spot or a weekday or weekend event, hit up our friends at In Palm Beach. Kate sat down with one of the founders. Here's what she had to say.
Chances are, if you've been scrolling on Instagram looking for places in Palm Beach to go, you've come across the popular Instagram account, In Palm Beach. I sit down with Liv Miles, who's one of the founders. We love your account so much. Tell me about In Palm Beach.
So In Palm Beach was created last May by me, my sister, and my best friend. And I just wanted there to be an Instagram in the world, but like specifically in Palm Beach, that was showing everything in one spot, because there's a lot of Instagrams that have it, you know, everywhere, and like there's 50 Instagrams for Palm Beach, and I just wanted one where every day I saw what was going on. So I was like, why don't I create that? We kind of approached this account where we would want to go and people our age would want to go and stuff like that. And so places that we started with, places we actually were super familiar with that we always go to, the bars, the restaurants. But usually if it appeals to our audience and us, we like to promote it. And if we feel like it aligns with In Palm Beach and reflects our gorgeous city, we want to promote it.
Why should people follow your Instagram account, and how do you find the events to kind of curate your page?
So basically I go all over Instagram every day to find what's going on, and I'm familiar with things that are already going on. And I think the thing that makes us stand out from other accounts is we always post what we call our dailies, which is that green post every day that has everything in one spot, versus just posting stories of different events. We put it in one, and we've tried to just make our content really bite-sized and like aesthetically pleasing and stuff like that.
Definitely, and I've seen your content. It's awesome. It covers so many things in the Palm Beaches. Are there particular places that are your favorite?
My all-time favorite restaurant is Renato's, which is on Palm Beach. Love 123 Datura, it's my favorite bar. And La Barra Vin is another great bar, which is on Palm Beach. Felice, Harry's, and Adrian's Pizza Bar.
What do you want people to take away from the In Palm Beach Instagram page?
I want people to see that Palm Beach is not as intimidating and not approachable, but there's deals on Palm Beach that I feel like people didn't realize were there. There's happy hours and stuff like that, and it is so beautiful that I don't want people to be too intimidated to not go and explore it. It's so gorgeous, and I want people to see that on our page.
Definitely, and I think you can. It's so much fun. You post so many deals and other things. And where can people find you? What's your Instagram handle?
Our Instagram handle is In Palm Beach, and that is the main place you can find us.
Thank you so much, Liv. If you'd like to learn more and keep up to date with all the cool places to go in this area, follow In Palm Beach at In Palm Beach on Instagram. I love the girls of In Palm Beach. They always have the coolest restaurants, places to go, and things to do.
I know. They also post the greatest like happy hours.
Absolutely.
You know where all the deals are.
You do.
Love that. They're the party girls.
The inside scoop.
The inside scoop. Okay. We also have a friend who has we'll call it the outside scoop, the outdoor scoop.
I love that.
Yeah, Benji Stute, our friend. He is here today showing us where to kayak. Here's Little Wonders.
South Florida Daily is on the move with Palm Tran.
All right, Gemma, so this evening we're at Pine Glades Natural Area. Stoked to bring you here. This is one of over 30 natural areas we have here in the Palm Beaches. And I brought you here tonight because over the next hour as the sun's setting, we're gonna go paddle out to a wading bird roost and watch hundreds of birds fly over us as they come into roost for the night.
That's so cool. It looks stunning. I can't wait.
All right, you ready to paddle?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Alrighty.
All right, so Gemma, we're about halfway through the paddle. Out here at Pine Glades Natural Area, we've seen ospreys, we've seen kingfishers, we just heard some sandhill cranes. So we're getting ready to go over to the roost, have all these wading birds fly over us. We also passed a fishing pier on the way here, saw some families catching some bass. And up here in the northern part of the Palm Beaches, this is really kind of natural areas and eco-central. So Cypress Creek Natural Area and Riverbend Park are just a bit to our east. There's tons of opportunities there to paddle, to fish, even ride your bike. You can park at Cypress Creek South. You can do a 20-mile bike ride without ever crossing a road. So, I mean, it's just incredible out here. What do you think?
I think it's so cool, and I really want to go check out those birds.
All right, well, let's get going.
All right, cool.
All right. All right, Gemma, so we're finally here at the wading bird roost. We've been seeing little blue herons and tricolored herons fly over us. And right now, I mean, one of the other reasons that Pine Glades is known in the Palm Beaches is for its sunsets. And obviously, the sunsets here are pretty epic, huh?
Oh my gosh, all the colors with the wildlife, it's amazing.
Exactly, exactly. So, Pine Glades Natural Area, definitely a bucket list item for the Palm Beaches, wouldn't you say?
For sure.
All right, we even got you a couple of gators, huh?
Oh my gosh, that was so cool seeing the gators.
All right, so what do you say we keep watching the birds for a little bit and then we'll paddle back?
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Alrighty. This is Little Wonders of the Palm Beaches.
South Florida Daily is on the move with PalmTran. Like these stories? Check us out on social at SouthFL Daily on Facebook and Instagram.
That's where we post those great giveaways and behind the scenes footage. Don't miss out. Another great episode of South Florida Daily. Thank you so much for joining us today. And Kate, why should people tune in tomorrow? What do we have on the agenda?
We have some great activities, Megan. We have Drive Shack, we have another golf course, and we're going to go to a special restaurant where they have ramen.
Ooh.
Have you had ramen before?
I love ramen. I think our friend Kitty London is checking that out tomorrow. So definitely tune in. You don't want to miss that. And we'll see you back here tomorrow on Fox 29 at noon. At noon.
The South Florida Daily set is sponsored by Eldorado Furniture.
Visit us online and at all Eldorado Furniture showrooms.